Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmi, and Dip Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live, where we keep you updated with the week's news. Sorry, I'm off, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Just horrible.
With your host, Dip Ellison.
We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live. Your go-to podcast for the pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we're all the way live from Paradise Valley. I am Dip Ellison, and my co-hosts are Iesha and Jimmi.
You don't let us know if we have to say it.
Yeah, he really don't. He does this every week.
I was ready.
We will be your guide through exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community. Let's get it going. All right. Today, you know what I'm saying? We don't have any guests. It's just going to be us. We're going to let it ride today. And we're just going to talk about what's going on so far. Another big week for us. We are moving. Moving sucks. Just getting everything together for moving sucks. I think this is the 55,000th time in my life I've moved. I feel like I've lived in every state and community that exists. I'm sick of moving, bro.
Me too.
This is gonna be my last time for a while.
For
real.
Because I stayed in St. Louis back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, basically Belleville, O'Fallon, Edwardsville, Arkansas. Here, 2 places here.
Yeah.
What else? Memphis, I guess.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Because the best way to success is stability. Believe it or not, you have to be in the same place and be able to get your shit together. You will build off that because success for real comes from stability. If you're not stable.
We also talk about Japan too with my Uncle Sean.
Oh yeah, what about Japan?
I almost went out there and stayed for a little while. But I mean, I was like,
he's in the military, right?
Yeah. Now he lives in Virginia.
Oh.
Boo.
Yeah, man, Virginia.
He got a nice house in Virginia though.
Yeah.
He got a really nice house. Oh, I gotta ask him. But he got a really nice house in Virginia.
So he's probably living up north somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I just know I want to get. My mission is to get a crib in the Midwest and the East. I want to have houses around the land. You know, you got to have your dreams and your motivations. If you don't have those things, what are you doing every day? You got to have goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your goal, Jimmi?
Huh?
What's your goal for the year?
Oh, for the year?
Yeah.
Get my first semester of college done.
That sounds good. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Do something constructive.
Hold on.
Not just play 2K.
Hey, I don't play 2K no more.
Oh,
that shit
why?
pissed me off.
Because your controller's broke? Or you already bought another
one?
Yeah.
It's my third one.
How many hours? Man, we don't even want to know.
No. I can pull it up.
Did you just hear him say this is his third controller?
Yeah, I guess because he's throwing them when he lose all the damn time.
Almost did last night. All right.
Nah, man, we heard you last night. You was mad.
You did.
You almost made me want to go in there and mess you up, dog.
Okay.
3:30 in the morning.
Right.
You up in
my
there?
game,
Yeah.
all right. This is my gaming
2K.
stuff. For Batman, 24 hours. Fortnite, 57 hours. Madden, 5 hours. I don't like Madden like that. 2K is my longest one though. 2K got like.
He don't even want to say it.
Right. He didn't put a whole month in 2K.
Like 500 hours.
That's a goddamn shame.
That's like 500 hours on 2K. But hey, I'm safe though. I don't do anything bad.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't get arrested.
That's cool. You stay out of trouble. That is good, but
I'm too lazy to get in trouble.
You better than some of these cats I know, man. I know cats who live video games and they can't get women. You know, they just saw their whole life is video games. At least you could take time out and talk to a couple ladies.
That's what he feels
cats,
like dealing with people.
These cats, man,
That's if I feel like dealing with people.
they're just 24/7, just video games.
I mean, yeah, I go to work. Sometimes,
I think they didn't gave up on
like
women.
sometimes I'll go out. Like I'm not really heavy on like going to parties or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that ain't really my type of crowd or anything.
No, that's cool because I was really never like.
But like
that
I'll
either.
go I'll if I want to if I feel like I'll go to the mall. Saying.
Right.
Other than that, it's...
yeah, man, you're not a big. I was never like that myself, man. I didn't like being out the club all the time. I was chilling, you know.
Well, for generations said Jimmy in his room wilding out like Javante.
Javante is like 10, right? 8. That's his son, isn't it? He's like 8, man. So that's not good, Jimmy.
Well, they need to pass the ball in 2K. I'll be tired of them. I'll be wide open. They be doing all that goddamn dribbling.
That's why I do not mess with that rec, man. I'm too old for that. Them kids get on my nerves, man. They don't know how to play basketball, man. It pisses me off.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody shooting 3-pointers from the half-point line. It's just.
I'm like, what, bro? Why are you building a center if you just want to shoot? Get your big ass in the paint.
Nobody know how to play defense, rebound, block out. None of those.
I was so mad. I built 2 centers. And you know me. I don't.
Because everybody's centers suck.
Yeah.
People don't know how to play. No one knows how to play,
I don't want to get
especially
into it.
that position, center. And they think you're just supposed to shoot. They don't understand taking one for the team and playing defense. They don't understand that. No one gets that at all.
But we really don't have it. What team nowadays really has a good dominant center?
Denver with Jokic, Embiid.
That's only 2 players out the whole league.
Yeah, pretty much. Nobody else got a post move. Everybody else is just throw me a lob and I'll dunk it down.
I'm not gonna say he's dominant, but I mean,
who?
Never mind. I'm thinking about it.
Ayton was supposed to be that third dude.
I'm thinking about Bam.
Oh hell no.
Bam's just small though.
He's a power forward, man.
He's small. He's like what, 6'9"?
Yeah, in today's NBA, they're gonna put him at the center because he can't shoot. And they don't want anybody that's liabilities out there that can't shoot. And that's why Minnesota's tough right now, man. Because you got your boy who's 7 foot cat, and he can shoot, and they can still keep their 7 foot out there with Gobert.
AD's kind of dominant if he's not hurt.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
AD, you know what I mean?
But I never really look at him as a center, even though he's a power forward.
But
I look at him.
I think like when they did really good, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the comment?
Yeah, I'm looking at. I'm reading.
You can't read?
No, I'm reading it. It just threw me off. He said we need more Dennis Rodman and less Kobe Bryant's.
Yeah, man. Everybody want to be the offensive man. Nobody wants to just play defense, man. No one does that anymore. Everybody has to shoot the 3. It's the coaching. It's AAU is everything.
One of the good when the Lakers were decent, like they had AD at the 4, LeBron at the 3, and they had what's his name?
They played Dwight Howard
at the 5,
and JaVale McGee. Yeah, and that's when they was able to slow down Jokic because they had two big men who's
and Howard was actually Howard was dominant.
Howard was pushing that man around.
Man, especially in his prime. You remember how big he was?
Yeah, dude was a problem. But he got hurt a lot. He had a lot of back problems. And now
he's dropping 90 every night in Taiwan.
Is he still playing?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still playing over there.
He's trying to get Klay Thompson out there. He's trying to get Klay out there in Taiwan with him.
Man, he don't disrespect Klay like that, man. Just because he had a bad couple weeks. Stop messing with that man. Anyway, let's run Habari Weekly.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by...
Sponsored by no one. You know what I'm saying? If you do want to sponsor us, give us a call. Email us at info@habarientertainment.com. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Baby, everybody can hear that. Take it back in the room.
Can you take your toy in your other room, please?
Take it back in there. Anyway, she got us messing up. Let's go into the news, baby. We got Republican congressmen slam GOP lawmakers amid wave of resignations. The GOP, they've been going through a lot of infighting. They've had a lot of issues with the party ever since they've introduced the Trumponomics, or whatever you want to call it, the Trump party, or whatever you want to say. I'll say it like as he's taken over the party. There's been a split between people who are more historical conservatives and people who are with the newer Christian nationalism conservative. And there's a lot of infighting going on. The Republican Party is facing a significant shakeup as dozens of GOP members resign from their position in the House of Representatives. The mass exodus come amid escalating internal tensions and growing with the state of affairs within the party. Disillusionment. Many deporting Republicans cite the dismal state of governance within the House as a primary reason for their resignation, disagreements among party members, and the inability to advance legislative agendas. It has dampened the enthusiasm of lawmakers, leading some to question the value of their roles. They signed up to do a serious job, and they're not doing a serious job, said Representative Ken Buck of Colorado, a conservative who is retiring after bucking his party on several key issues. Representative Don Bacon, a moderate from Nebraska, pointed to internal strife as the reason behind departures. When you're divided in your own conference, the joy of the job is harder. When you have folks on your team with their knives out, it makes it less enjoyable. So this is what they get, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. For real. I love to see this because this is what they get. You know, they're gonna keep fighting instead of putting down their values of what the Republican Party was and what it's supposed to be. Instead of kicking this dude Trump out, they're gonna let this dude run their party.
Right.
And I mean, he's running it into ground. They look like criminals. I mean, they're running with this. They're gonna keep running with them. But you're letting the crazy wing of your party, the delusional wing of your party, make all the decisions, and that's not good. These guys, instead of leaving, they should stay and fight. But all of them have been leaving. I don't know what's going to happen to the Republican Party, but it seems to me that there is a split, and it's going to go two different ways. The far right is where they're going, it seems, because any moderate Republicans is getting kicked. They don't want to hear any moderation at all.
Right.
They don't want to hear any working with the Democrats at all. And if you even try to work with the Democrats, they're going to try to oust you, as they did with the last Speaker of the House. They're just man, the party is going a crazy direction, man. And we got to make sure we get out and vote, and make sure that we keep these crazy people out of here. You see what they did on with the trying to take over Congress and Senate. They're crazy people. You know what I mean? We see what they do. So let's make sure we get out and vote and keep these people out of here. I like I said, I love the infighting, because to me it shows that they're not they see that they have an issue in their party, and people are not just agreeing and rolling with these ideas that they're rolling out, which is mostly racism. So luckily, man, some people are trying to figure out different ways to go, man, and I think that's pretty dope. But for the Republican Party, that's how we feel about y'all. But anyway, next, man, we got another womp womp for the Fox News Republicans. We're gonna start going a little bit harder on these people, because you know what I mean. It's voting time, and we're gonna let people know where we stand in these situations. But a Fox News star says that black people will vote for Trump because they love sneakers. Oh my goodness, man!
As a black man, them are ass. Oh my Gosh, those are terrible shoes.
Man, look at this.
Terrible.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Gosh, fake ass Jordans.
Man, it is so bad.
So nobody want to wear gold
The comments
sneakers.
online was ridiculous on these. They said that you could still smell the fresh spray paint on them shoes.
I don't think anyone has even gotten a pair.
Man,
nope, they sold out.
Sticky.
First few hours they sold out. As soon as they went live,
put them back up there again.
They only produced like 1,000 pair, and they all sold out within the first couple of hours at $399 a pair, man. I believe.
300.
Yeah, $400.
Like they $20.
$400, man. $400. It's ridiculous, dude. But I can't believe that this guy here said this bull, man, on air, and he said it confidently, like, yeah, man, you know, they're gonna get the black vote with this one. He's leaning especially hard into the well-worn racial stereotypes. Fox News pundit Raymond Arroyo insisted Black Americans will support Donald Trump in this presidential election because they love sneakers. Wow. Over the weekend, the twice impeached ex-president made a surprise appearance at a sneaker con in Philadelphia, unveiling his new self-branded merchandise, including the gold Never Surrender high-top sneaker selling at $399. After the limited edition MAGA shoes quickly sold out, Arroyo suggested Sunday on Fox News' Big Weekend show that black voters will now abandon the Democratic Party for tennis shoes. Wow, man. I mean, all you could do is laugh. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is laugh at the racism, bro. We love tennis shoes that much, we just gonna leave the party.
Right.
And just go vote for Donald Trump.
Because he sold a pair of sneakers.
Man.
Well, I just said white people do love sneakers.
Shut up, bro. Whatever, man.
Some avid shoe collectors.
I mean, but come on, man. Nobody cares about no goddamn tennis shoes.
They look
that
sticky.
Much.
I don't know what it is about them.
Man, it's crazy, man.
They so ugly. And then he gonna have the nerve to outline them with the American flag.
Man, it's insane that he even said this. The clip went viral, immediately. Certain that Trump's poll numbers have seemed to improve amid his increasing legal headaches. The most recent involving a $364 million judgment in New York civil fraud case, where old girl says she's gonna take his house. She says she's gonna take everything from him if he don't start paying this money, and he's getting what $87,000 in interest. Woo, she ain't playing, bro. And she's like, man, you don't pay it, and we taking Trump Tower. It's ours.
She said, we coming for your assets.
Man.
We don't care how your assets are. We coming for them.
So, they're hoping, I guess, these tennis shoes gonna help him out in his money issues. But whatever, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay,
man.
so $399 times 1,000 pair. That's not even enough to cover interest for one day.
Man, I don't know what he's doing. But Arroyo said, this is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. Arroyo added, they're into sneakers. This is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. Oh, man, dog. The way they think about us is so ridiculous, man.
Elijah said, I hate to admit it, but he's kind of smart.
That is the dumbest shit I ever heard of in my life.
For real, the dumbest.
You're not gonna get people to vote for you because of your fucking shoes, man. Nobody is that dumb. Because
you released a pair of shoes at SneakerCon.
No one is that dumb, Elijah. No one is voting because of tennis shoes. It's not smart. It's not smart, man. He's making a mockery of the whole presidential campaign.
Right.
Coming out with tennis shoes, man. He's straight up making a mockery of this whole.
I'm gonna come out with some merchandise,
man.
Here
dog,
y'all go.
Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is not how presidents act. This is not how they hold themselves. This is not how they act. I've never seen a president with no tennis shoes before. Who he think he is? Michael Jordan? This is stupid. Like, dog, this is dumb. He can't play sports. He can't make a layup.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It don't matter who you are. If them shoes is ugly, man ain't gonna buy them. You know Michael Jackson dropped some shoes, right?
man, and right, and you get laughed off. You get laughed off the block, and them is the ugliest shoes ever made. Look, man, Donald Trump on the real in the 80s and early 90s, he probably could have got this off in the hood. Because you know what I'm saying, people didn't think of him as a straight racist POS as we do now. But at that time, you know, just like you would hear songs talking about him, and I'm the Black Donald Trump, and you know, people had you know, we love richness, so we used to wear some shits like that back in the day, though. Yeah, ain't nobody wearing those. I don't know if Kanye dropped them. They might go. Yeah, that was ugly. But anyway, man, let's go into this next story. Another Trump story, unfortunately. Hopefully this will be the last time I talk about this chump. We go out and vote, man. Please. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude is, man, we just vote. So anyway, the next story, citing presidential immunity, Trump's lawyers urge dismissal of classified documents case. This dude then had documents laid all by his toilet. He doesn't deserve to be the president, man. Like, dog, we saw where these documents were located, where he had them in the bathroom, just chilling. People pissing by the documents. That's important. This dude, man, dude. Anyway, former President Donald Trump urged a Florida judge to dismiss the criminal case, charging him with illegal retaining classified documents, claiming the part that presidential immunity protects him from prosecution, even as that sweeping argument has so far failed in federal appeals court in all cases that he's tried to use it. It's failed. Just because you're the president, you can't just do what you want. That's not how it works, man. Get out of here. In one of the slew of motions attacking the case brought by special counsel Jack Smith, Trump's lawyers late Thursday echoed arguments that were roundly rejected by a federal appeals court this month. In his 2020 election interference case in Washington, Trump has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene. In that case, the Republican presidential primary frontrunner seeks to delay the trial until after November election. Trump's lawyers wrote that the classified documents charges turn on his alleged decisions to designate the papers as personal records under the Presidential Records Act, and argued that he cannot be prosecuted since that was an official act made while he was still in the White House. But that act could have been incorrect, though, bro. You didn't really have the rights to do that with the paperwork that you had. It's all about what was in those documents for you to be able to say it's personal.
Right.
You can't just say, oh, this nuclear contract I made with this personal, I'm taking this home. You can't do that. You can't do. There's certain information that has to stay with the government until they say it's okay. And he messed that up. You can't do that, bro. And he has to pay for it. Didn't Biden pay for when he had the stuff? He paid up. He did. Hey, I'm sorry, I did it. This is what I had. Mm-hmm. They still messing with him.
Still trying to get him to be.
Messing with his son.
To impeach
him, everything because of it. But Donald Trump's supposed to get a pass. Like, I understand how they are, man. They think Republicans supposed to get a pass on everything, and Democrats should pay the price, which is usually how it is. Because they act like nothing happens when their people do stuff, and when Democrats do something, they lose their minds. They're online talking, flipping out. And Democrats, they just play they're meager. They always play the back row. They don't go crazy like the Republicans do. When they do crazy stuff, they don't hold their foot to the fire like Republicans hold Democrats to the fire.
Yeah.
You know, like they blaming everything. Joe Biden, the border, Joe Biden. People believe it. Even though most of the policies that were put in for the border is Trump's. Even the mess that happened at the border is pretty much Trump's. The mess we're still cleaning up from when he was separating families, putting people in fucking lockup. That was his stuff. But that's impeach Biden. And then they don't even go through with that. They can't impeach Mayorkas. They can't get the bill for the border passed. These people are ridiculous, man. They whack. Horrible. And I hope, man, we can vote. We can get a Congress that's democratic, for we can get something done, man. Maybe get some health care for everybody for once. Something that's beneficial for the American people, instead of just sitting around pointing fingers and yelling at illegals. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, something that needs to be done about the healthcare.
Man, it's terrible.
Really does.
It's too expensive. And Obamacare was just a Band-Aid. We need to go further. But we won't. Everybody wants to argue and act a fool. I don't understand why we argue about this. Everybody sees their healthcare is terrible. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
not only is the healthcare terrible, premiums are expensive.
It's ridiculous.
Whether it's a premium that you're paying for yourself or a premium that your employer is sponsoring, the premiums are still too high.
It's ridiculous. What you got?
This week we're going to go ahead and talk about officials have identified the human remains of a body that was found in Covington, Virginia on Thursday as a man who was reported missing months ago. Virginia State Police said that the remains were found in a basement on East Klein Street, but the case is not being considered as suspicious. Police have identified the remains as 43-year-old Jeremiah Lee Barr, who was reported missing in November of 2023.
Man, that's
not really sure, how they're saying that it's not suspicious, but, he went missing months ago, so why wouldn't it be suspicious? But we will find out more as more comes out on the story for that one. So, yeah, we'll keep you guys updated what's going on with that case, because
it's sad, man.
Yeah, found in the basement.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But moving on, a judge in Anaheim, Texas, sided with Barbers Hill ISD in the case involving a decision to suspend a student over his dreadlocks on Thursday.
Yeah. This is the one what he was wearing. It's in Texas, right?
Yeah, this one's in Texas.
It's dumb. This is dumb as shit, man.
Daryl George is a junior at Barber Hills High School.
But at the same time, not to cut you off, why don't you just go to a different school, man? Why keep trying to fight these racist
his parents
people?
Would have to move districts. They would have to move.
They don't have the
I don't believe they have.
It's a Republican state. They probably have that.
School choice?
Texas probably have it. They're a Republican, very Republican. I doubt that they don't have that school choice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We have to look into that.
Right. Just leave.
Right. But Georgia's lawyers claim the teen's hairstyle was protected by the state's Crown Act, which prohibits discrimination based on hair, which was passed in September.
And that's a federal law, right?
It's a state law.
Are you sure?
By the state's Crown Act.
Oh, the state's Crown Act. I thought the Crown Act was in all states, though. Maybe not. Whatever.
They saying that the back and forth has been going on for months, and because the school district says George is not following the dress code,
oh my God,
he has spent most of the school year in school suspension.
That's what I'm saying. This is only hurting this kid's education for this. Like, it's a point where you have to realize as a parent that this is only hurting your kid.
The district argued that Georgia's hair violates their dress code, which prohibits students from having hair that extends below the eyebrows or earlobes, or worn in a style that extends below the top of the collar of a t-shirt.
And the way the dude is wearing it, it's all above his ears.
Right. He's got it braided up, twisted up, rolled up.
It's all bundled up. It's nowhere near that. The rules they keep saying, the rules, it doesn't work. I just don't understand. It's so weird, man, to me. I whatever, man. Just like I said,
I didn't get it either, because to me, okay, so it's just a weird case because they just had the reason why this Crown Act came into place was because another student in the same district in 2020 sued the district for the same thing. Another black student in the same district sued the school for the same thing.
Hey, man, I don't get it. And
then they go and turn around and pick out another black kid who has dreads and And
Me
say, "Oh, you're gonna
myself,
sit in school suspension for the whole year?"
I would move. I would move instead of dealing with this racist crap. I would move. I would take my kid to somewhere else. If we had to pack our bags up and move, then that's just what I would do. I'm not. I would not let my kid go through this with all this racism and
The
all this
previous
bull crap.
student moved.
I mean, you have to. That's ridiculous. That just straight up just trying to say that we don't like your haircut.
Right.
We don't want it in our school.
But here's the thing. You're going to say that a student cannot wear their hair below the eyebrows or earlobes. What about all the females in the school? They all going to have
they're saying males. They're saying the males. It's just for males. Males can't have their hair like that. That's the rule of their school. And to me, instead of keep fighting that rule, I would just pull my kid out of it. And especially, you know what I'm saying, the situation where
it's
he's
the same thing where all these sorry to cut you off, but women complain about the school's dress code a lot too. Because they want to allow their kids to wear shorts that are shorter than the fingertips.
Well, this is not that situation though. He's in the rules.
Right. He's within the rules, and he still got suspended. And the judge is allowing the suspension to be upheld.
It's just a racist county. It's a racist state, number one.
For
racist county.
Yeah, for a hairstyle.
Get up out of there. Arizona is known for the same crap. But just crap. All right, man. You want me? Let's do this. I got this story with Phoenix councilman says spending on homelessness is getting out of hand. Phoenix is putting millions more into homeless services thanks to federal funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, known as ARPA. Phoenix received nearly $400 million for COVID-19 related costs and economic recovery on Wednesday. The city council approved using another $15 million in ARPA funds to continue various shelters and services through June 2025. City manager Jeff Barton warned Phoenix overall expenses are going up while revenue is going down. Unlike the federal government, we can't run a deficit. We have to have a balanced budget every year, so we have to make tough decisions, he said. The ARPA funds have specific spending requirements and must be allocated before the end of 2024. Despite the federal dollars, Phoenix could face a budget shortfall this year. The state changed the way it distributes income tax to cities, and Phoenix will get $36 million less in the fiscal year that begins July 1st in 2025. See, this is the shit I be talking about. Everybody talking about, a city can do what you can't blame a city for what's going wrong in their cities. When they try to ask for money from the state, and the state is the person who controls this.
Right.
They're gonna get $36 million.
No.
We're gonna give you $36 million less than you had last time we did this budget. What, we already struggling. What do you mean $36 million less? You know we got a homeless problem.
Right.
Why aren't we getting more? Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. This is not something, but that's how they are. It's a Democrat ran city.
And then they want to put up signs everywhere and pass ordinances. It's okay to say no to panhandlers.
Yeah, because that's how some people are. They just want to get a job, pull up yourself up by your bootstraps. They don't care about the homeless. They don't care. It's just people who don't care. Yeah, I'm sick of seeing it, man. It has gotten so bad over the last 5 years. It's ridiculous. And we're gonna keep doing nothing and just keep pointing the fingers, talking about all Democrats. Rent is too expensive, and people do not make enough money to buy food and to pay rent in this society that's going on. Phoenix is the cost of living, man. It's crazy how much it went up over the last 5 years,
and it's continuing to rise.
I mean, it's insane, man. We can't do this. I know it was COVID, because of COVID, because we had stock issues. We have issues with homes. We don't have enough houses to cover the people. So that's the reason why the prices of houses go up. It's all a trickle. I know people think it's just some dude pressing a button and saying, this the way I want things to be, but that's not how it is. We had issues with stock. We had issues with backed up stock. We have issues with the amount of houses that are on the market. Mm-hmm. And that always raises the prices, unfortunately. any issues with stock issues that's going to raise the prices with all goods. That happened during COVID. We had problems. We're just now trying to get back to normal.
When there's a high demand for a product,
right,
and not enough of the product,
the prices go up.
So
it's I mean, I know it's easy to just say, oh, it's Biden, it's Democrats, it's this, is that. No, really and truly, it's a whole bunch of shit that came together at the same time that's made a lot of problems. They've tried to fight by lowering interest rates, raising interest rates, things that in that nature to try to help fight some of the inflation. They have gotten inflation to come down over this year. Hopefully the inflation will keep going down and we can see things return to normal when it comes to housing and now and food, gas. This is probably going to be the norm. We'll probably never see cheaper gas than this again.
Yeah, we'll never see pre-COVID prices again.
No, because they you know how they are. Just like with 9/11, I don't remember things going back to normal.
They didn't
ever. You know, before 9/11, everything was 99 cents, $1.20, and after 9/11, it was $3. So and then they kept it that way, and they'll come up with an excuse.
I remember gas being maybe $1.25.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm old. I don't know. What else you got?
Yeah, I mean that was just crazy. We can go on and move into the hot mess this week if you want to. If you got another story, you can run it.
Yeah, I guess no, mine isn't hot mess, but we'll talk about this Kanye West story real fast before we go into the hot mess. You got it?
The Kanye picture?
Yeah, that's the album cover right there.
No, I got the picture of Kanye. I never got to drag it in there.
Oh, good job. So yeah, man, Kanye West, he debuted his independent album, and his sales in the first week has hit $1 million, man. You got to give it up to him.
People still buy Kanye music.
I know you're gonna hate on him, man.
Look, I'm gonna all the way hate on him because I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Nah, man, he lost me when he became a Trump voter. But you know that I'm good on him. But then you know he hating on everybody. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about his album is doing okay. Billboard estimates that the Vultures One, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, earned a little more than 1 million in its opening week in the United States, mostly from streaming, around 892,000 from close to 169 million on-demand streams. Now that's crazy. 170 million on-demand streams, and you get $1 million out of it. Oh man!
Even though he stole some of the from Ozzy Osbourne,
they have to go to court for that. They would have to go to court for that. A little extra, plus a little extra from sales, roughly 145,000 from straight sales. But mostly people streamed it, and he got close to 169 million on-demand streams, and out of that, he gets $1 million in sales. I don't know how they calculate this crap at all. But to me, if he got 169 million on-demand streams, shouldn't that be 169 million sales?
No. Because you can stream it and listen to it without downloading and purchasing it.
Yeah, but if you listen to it, that should be a play, and that's money that Spotify pays you for the play.
True.
So to me, that's a purchase. But see, they only pay you for so many plays. That streaming is a ripoff, dog. Let's run the hot mess.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess with Iesha Rowan. Sponsored by
No One. If you would like to sponsor us, please email us at info@habarientertainment.com. We can curate packages specifically for you. All right. You ready for the hot mess this week?
Let's go.
Because
oh goodness,
it's R. Kelly.
Gross.
R. Kelly is the hot mess this week. Appeals. R. Kelly appealed his Chicago prison sentence that added a year to his sentence. The judge warned that him appealing this could be worse. Federal judge in Chicago convicted R. Kelly in 2022 of producing child pornography and enticing minors into criminal sexual activity. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison in February of 2023. And R. Kelly's lawyer argued to the appeals court on Thursday that the prison sentence given to him in Chicago last year was just too high. But the argument has now prompted a warning from one of the judges. If R. Kelly succeeds in undoing the 20-year prison sentence handed to him here, Judge Amy St. Eve asked, does the former R&B star realize that he could be worse off? That's because even though a judge gave him a 20-year sentence, the judge also ruled that 19 of those years would be served while he is also serving a 30-year sentence.
So they would be served
for his case in
concurrently.
New York. Right. For his New York racketeering case.
Right.
So, they're saying that, that's what effectively added the year to his 19-year prison sentence.
He can try. I mean, he's not getting out of jail, dog.
They say if he wins another sentencing hearing in Chicago, St. Eve noticed on Thursday, noted that Kelly, it's just not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good for him.
Right.
She said it's gonna be bad because he may have to end up serving time. He may end up having to be extradited to New York to serve the 30-year sentence in New York instead of doing concurrently the 30-year sentence and the 20-year sentence. Right.
So he's taking a gamble. So it's like, all right, maybe if I can beat that one, but if I lose, he's like, I'm in jail anyway. Right. So what's the difference?
But Kelly's defense attorney replied that, a such move could be seen as retaliatory against him. So, she still acknowledged that the former superstar's future largely depends on the pending appeal in his New York racketeering case.
Right.
So if he wins the appeal in that one, it may affect this one also. So we'll see. I mean,
my guess is he's going to be in jail.
But if they're trying to say that, if his defense attorneys are saying that, if Chicago's takes action, if he wins the appeal or whatever, if they take action to give him more time, then that's going to be retaliatory. Like,
it's going to be hard.
The judge would have it out for him.
It's going to be hard to prove. I know that's what they're trying to prove, that that they didn't have to give him that many years, but that's going to be very, very hard to prove. I can't see him. How I am. I don't see. I'm not picking sides on this.
Yeah, that's why
I'm just saying that it's
both cases.
It's going to be
could
hard
affect
to prove.
each other.
I understand that.
So,
but
we'll see.
It's going to be hard for him to go to court and prove that the judge has something out for him. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to come up with a lot of. Man, I don't know. That's going to be hard to prove. What else you got?
We'll talk about Beyonce this week.
Beyonce in the country.
Yeah, Beyonce entered the country world again.
Again? This her first time?
No, it ain't. First time, it didn't go too well for her. Was a couple years ago, but it didn't do too well. So, she tried it again. She waited a few years and tried it again. And Super Bowl, that's when she released both of the tracks, 16 Candles and the Texas Hold'em. But, on top of her releasing this country album, because the whole album is a country album.
Right.
And it is directly related to her last album, Renaissance.
Okay.
They're saying that, Beyonce has sparked a new trend in fashion with her new album, which is cowboy boots and hats. And ever since she started wearing these during her Renaissance, because it was part of her ensemble for the Renaissance tour and all this and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she's, went top of the charts in country music, now all the celebrities in Hollywood are wearing cowboy boots and hats.
This is just like a couple weeks ago when New York Times gave Travis Kelce they gave him the whatever they call it. They said he made up the fade haircut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're pretty much saying that she didn't. You know how many people walking around with cowboy boots on and hats? But since Beyonce's doing it, she's setting the trend.
She's setting the trend.
Man, get out of here, man. And that's what I be talking. That's what they kill me. Oh, they like Travis Kelce. He created the fade hair. This is just because you haven't noticed all these black people with fades all these years.
Right.
But that's how it is, man. I'm not giving her any. She didn't make this trend
at all.
Those country people walking around like this, like she was looking every day.
Every day.
That's their attire in Nashville every day. But whatever.
In Texas too.
And they're mad too. A lot of places were mad. A lot of stations didn't want to play her song.
Yeah, they were saying that there was this one lady who wrote into the station and emailed and specifically requested her song be played.
Okay.
And the station emailed back and was like, "Sorry, we don't play Beyonce."
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stations don't want to play it because they like she's not country, and
she's
country music is they're crazy, man. They do it to their own. If you're too pop, they don't want you.
They did it to Lil Nas X too.
Right, they did, and I mean, people say it's racism, but there is some country music stars that are black. And they do pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Dude from Hootie and the Blowfish, he was one of them. He was pretty big star in country music.
Tracy Chapman.
So I'm not saying that they are racist, but they do not like pop music coming in to country music after making a pop album.
And that's what a lot of the radio stations were trying to explain. They were like,
they want you to be pure country.
We didn't know that she dropped the country album.
Whatever.
We didn't
everybody
know
knew
that she was going into the country genre.
Get out of here. Everybody knew that. She released the album as a country album. There's no way you didn't know that. I'm not hearing that.
Right.
They didn't want to play it.
That's what they tried to say as their excuse. We didn't know that she released it. And
I'm not even in the music business, and I knew that. Everybody in the business knew what she was doing.
The day it was Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl.
I think that she's been, and dude, if you want to know the truth, still, hip hop may be the most played music in Hollywood, TV commercials, but the most sold music is still country.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And she instantly went to top chart.
Yeah, man.
100.
And she's looking at that money like, hey, you know what I mean? This is a big genre. I can go get paid pretty good money. And hey,
do what you gotta do. Make that money, girl.
Hey man, she's doing that thing. People are upset about it. I think somebody dude from Dukes of Hazzard, he said she was like a dog peeing or some crap he said. It was just, man, people have been saying a lot of horrible things and negative things, but hey man.
But black people saying, we've been country the whole time. Country music started with us. And
I mean, the banjo is from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of music started with us. To me, it's not even a conversation to even have. We already know that. It's no reason. I hate when people post stuff online talking about all black people do this. I mean, most of us know these things. You know what I mean? Most of us know. I don't need a post on Facebook to let us know that we created music. It's something that we already know.
Right.
And I don't need a whole bunch of history lessons every day on Facebook and Twitter. Maybe the young people do. I don't need it. And most of us know this. So it's just only thing it does is ruffle feathers and people getting mad and it's just pushing up bullshit.
Yep.
But hey man, long as she's doing that thing, that's all that matters. We can fight over the the nonsense all we want to. What else?
Let's talk about Keith Lee.
Oh yeah.
Because he coming to the Valley. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And if y'all haven't seen the video, y'all might want to go out there and look it up.
Man.
Because he gave y'all specific instructions on what he wants for the businesses that he wants to visit.
Man, I think it's dope that dude gets all this love, man. But you know what I mean, it's pretty dope. I mean, because
what business would you vote for?
That's a tough one, man. It's a lot of, to me, it's a lot of good businesses out here.
Who would you tell him to go see?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
But it's got to be a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It has to be something local, something mom and pop. Probably, you know what I'm saying, cool vibes. I like them.
Yeah, they good.
They're really good.
Sadie's Pupusas, they're good.
Yeah, Pupusas, yeah, they're really good. Like you say, Valley Wings. I like
Wings.
them.
Easy Bachi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Easy Bachi definitely. I like his food. But definitely, man, there's a lot of people that have decent food, man. But the thing that pisses me off is the people from the Midwest and East Coast
that move here,
that holler and scream that ain't no food here good. And it's the most annoying thing to me ever, really man. Is. I'm so sick of these cats.
We have a lot of really good food.
Every black group, this is what they doing. Ain't no good food here. Everything here nasty, dude. I'm so sick. Go back to where you're from. For real, dog. I'm so sick of y'all, man. Get out. Just leave. No food here. Everything
Pack
sucks.
Your bags.
Bye.
Head on
Go
home.
back home, man. Everything here sucks. Everything's trash here. Go back to where you're from. Do that. Go back to Atlanta and whatever case you was running from there.
Whatever cage you was
or whatever crap you was on, dog. It pisses me off because then it starts starting a fight between everybody that's from here and the people that's coming from here. I've been here a long time. I came here, but most people look at me as I'm native now.
Yep, same here.
But it's annoying. You know, we have to fight about everything. Why can't people just pick the restaurant they like? If you don't have anything that you like, ignore the fucking thing and keep on scrolling. I gotta go in there and make sure I tell them too, like, it's nasty. Man, dude, I'm so
why in every black group that's in Arizona,
man, dude,
their thing is ain't no good food. It's all nasty. You might as well cook it at home.
And
yourself.
What's the other one? All the black people date white people.
Yep, all the black people date white people.
That's the only conversations they talk about. The food, all the food is nasty, so all the black people can't cook here. And then none of the black people date white people. All the black people date white people here.
You been to every restaurant?
They've been to every single restaurant in the city.
Y'all been to every restaurant, every mom and pop shop?
Every one. And then the people bring up Pete's fish and chips.
Fish and chips, that's the nasty. I ain't even, look, I've been here, I don't know how many years and I ain't never had it because I know it's nasty.
Right.
Everybody that I have encountered has said,
so that's the
it's nasty, don't go.
I can go to every city in this country and pick out a bad restaurant. There's one in every city that maybe other people think, oh, that's really good, but I don't like it. But you come to the city and just, oh, I'm going to throw up Pete's fish and chips every time I get a chance because that's nasty. Like, dude, I'm so sick of people with this stuff, man. It just, man, go back to Chicago or whatever the fuck you from with that shit.
Next level, Long John Silver's.
It's making me mad, man. I ain't going to lie, dude. And I'm from a place, like I said, I'm from St. Louis, and we love our St. Louis staples foods. You know what I mean? But to me, I'm open. There's things in St. Louis that's disgusting. There's things in St. Louis that we overhype, like the Chinese food. Everybody think it's the greatest in the world. Most Chinese people won't put that stuff in their mouth at all. They think it's the worst food ever. I know we all think it's great. We love it, and I love some of it too.
He's only going to be in. Did you remember cities he's going to be in? He's going to be in Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale.
I don't know. It's about the restaurants.
Scottsdale, you know he's going to get some good food in Scottsdale.
I'm just telling you what he's.
I don't know if I mean.
Well, you know, he tried everywhere he go. He always try a couple different places.
Right, but you don't know
the
I mean,
metro area.
We haven't been to every place in Scottsdale. So I can't say that everything out there is good and great, but there's some good places, there's some bad places. Just like everything else.
Everywhere.
It's like everywhere, man. I don't. Dude, it's annoying, dude. It's annoying. He went there. He went to Atlanta, and he had some bad service out there.
Oh my God.
So
look,
do you think that now because he had some bad service in Atlanta that now everything in Atlanta is horrible? That was one location.
they got closed down.
All right. It don't matter what happened. Only thing I'm saying is I'm not going to put the whole city of Atlanta in the category of bad service because of one place had a bad day.
But see, people don't realize that Keith Lee is a food critic.
Okay.
So
I think they do realize that.
People are basing where they go in these cities
Mm-hmm.
based off of his opinions, his critics.
Yeah, right.
He is only one person.
Okay.
Now, if the whole city was saying this place is bad, and then you got a food critic that comes in and says, oh, well, it's not that bad. It's just that these things could be improved.
And dude is fair too.
He is 100% fair.
He's not gonna come in and just bash your food.
No, he's not. He's gonna tell you what you need to improve on,
and why you're probably struggling as a business to not get to the next level.
Exactly,
and that's what it's all about. It's about helping these companies to become better.
Yep.
And we have latched onto the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
So many people, it's so annoying. They live for negativity, dog. That's all they live for, is to try to down somebody else. So their mission is, oh, he coming here, it's gonna be nasty. Keep on rolling, everything gonna be. Instead of just coming with somebody that you care about or somebody who's putting in work. There's plenty black people out here that's putting in work, trying to create their restaurants. And you down in all of them. None of them know how to cook. That negativity is why we fail so much, bro. We don't know how to up each other. And it's just,
we're so quick to down our own.
It's trash.
Uplift another.
It's trash.
Over their things.
I'm trying to focus on the people who were uplifting and trying my best not to focus on the negative people. Because I'm not gonna say it was all, because it was just too many being negative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different than the Midwest, man. It's different than the South. You're not gonna come out here and find the same food that you did in the Midwest and South. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's different. It's more of a West Coast vibe. I know it's hard for people to understand. But you know what you can always do? Move back to the Midwest. Take your ass back. That's what you can always do. Take it from the lean. Bye. Peace out.
Go back home.
I'm sick of you, dog. I'm sick of the negativity. Go back to Chicago. Go back to Milwaukee or wherever the fuck you came from that you think is so great. Go back to there and go get the food from there. It's a reason why you left, because it was it's being torn apart and it's old and it's hood. But then you get here and all the great things that people are trying to build, you can't talk about nothing but how great the food was. Why you leave?
Right.
Go back, man. Straight up, dog. I'm over it, man.
The food back home was better than this.
I'm so over it. Make a restaurant with the food then. Open up something.
Open up a Milwaukee restaurant.
Open up something, dog. Stop complaining like a little girl and do something. Dog, it's so weak, man. It's pissing me off.
Playing like a whole bunch of teenagers.
Man, dog, they've been pissing me off all week with that stuff, man. I'm into positivity, man. And people just pushing negative. This nasty, this, man, dude, it's just.
And there were very few people on the post commenting positive things.
Nah, man, you have to go to the ABC 15 post for you can see people just actually putting restaurants and tagging restaurants in there. Mm-hmm. Instead of people coming in there talking about, that's nasty, this nasty. Like, dude. And we know you ain't been nowhere but some $20, $25 McDonald's range restaurants.
Some Filibertos.
Right. And that's what you're judging it off of, the middle to low range restaurants, and you're trying to tell me that this is a representation of everything.
Of all the
because you'd have been to
Filibertos
and you done been to Pete's Fish and Chips. Now this is all the food. It's nasty. Anyway, let's go to sports, man. Before I get too mad, they be pissing me.
Habari Sports.
On here, NBA All-Star Game, man, was terrible. I guess I called it, man. It was bad, man. A week later, I'm still in shock on how horrible it was. 397 combined points, man. Horrible. 211 points the East put up. Some people think that they did it on purpose, that they just went out there and did this on purpose because they knew that people wanted them to do something that was competitive. This was terrible, man. I don't know, man. I've never seen anything this bad. I mean, them boys. The people argue with me. I see people online talking about how bad the 80s were in basketball. This one dude, he has a whole site set up. What?
Your head, when you turn, your head goes in the.
Oh, well, yeah.
Make
you can make it smaller and bring it back that way, my brother. But anyway.
Oh, you're center.
Yeah, cool. And most people, now I have seen a lot of people online, you know what I'm saying? They have a whole site set up to say the 80s are bad. Now, this is LeBron fans, and this is what they do to try to make their dude the GOAT. They try to put down the other decades and say they were trash. This dude whole site is set up to say that he just plays clips of 80s basketball players when they're missing shots and say, "Oh, look at that, he missed, he trash, he can't even make a layup." We are watching this stuff right now in real life, man. This is bad basketball, bro. You can say that these people are raw, they all making shots, they all shot makers, but dog, this is horrible. They're not playing defense. No one
plays defense.
I mean, we seen Indiana put up 150 points the other day. They just let them cats just run up and down the court because that's Indiana's whole thing now. They're not going to play defense at all. They're just going to run up and down the court and try to score 200. Man, I don't know, man. The ratings are going down. The ratings have been horrible since 2003, 4. They've never got back to the same ratings we were having in the 90s. I know people would say, well, it's because of TV and people watching broadcast television.
Did you just say since
the Super Bowl.
2003?
Yeah, about 2003, 2004. The ratings have plummeted since about then. The ratings under LeBron, right? Under LeBron's
that's
watch.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. 2003. That's LeBron's school. That's his draft.
Nobody
year.
wants to watch him. That's been proven through his 20 years. I don't know what it is. He some people say it's he take away the competitiveness of the game because he don't like to compete in the All-Star games.
Nope, he doesn't.
He doesn't like to compete in the All-Star stuff. So
he
doesn't All-Star weekend. No, he plays the All-Star game, but he don't play it hard. It's a game. He's out there laughing and playing around, joking. Cats like Kobe them and Iverson. I was watching one from like 2008 or something like that. And Iverson and Marbury and them was out there, and they was out there going at it. And Marbury and them, they won. And Iverson, the East beat the West. Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan, they barely beat them. They won by like 1 point. And to see them celebrating, how hard they were celebrating after the win was crazy. These cats now don't care at all. And you talk to them, they like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything you could do to make it better because we just don't care. With a straight face.
Yeah.
It's annoying, man. It makes you not even want to even support them because how whack they are now. It's just a whole bunch of spoiled millionaires is what they act like, man. And people are turned off by it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's look, man. I try to take any sport where they feel as though, just like football, they got to play tag football for their Pro Bowl because they didn't want to tackle. I understand. Nobody want to get hurt.
That's crazy.
But whatever. Last night.
Still in sports, Chicago Bears, they just announced their 2024 coaching staff.
Oh, and they got a female? Yeah.
Yeah, they hired their first female coach in team history.
Yeah.
But that's just gonna round out Black History Month, walking into Women's Month.
Yeah, man. So, a lot of women have been making strides in the NFL. If they're good at it,
Jennifer King.
If they're good, and they're better than the next person, and they have a better plan than the next person, they deserve to have a job. You don't have to be in the locker room to do the job that she's doing. So I guess that's cool. Or if she is, I don't know.
She's
I
an
don't know.
offensive assistant running back coach.
Right. I don't know how they do that. But good for her, man. Last night the Suns stumble in the loss to the Rockets. The Phoenix Suns have now lost back-to-back games out of the All-Star break. They come out drunk. I don't know what's going on, man. The Rockets defeated the Suns on Friday, 114-100. Well, I know Beal was out, Nurkic was out. He didn't play too much either the last two games. The Suns are now 33-24 on the season. Without Nurkic and Beal due to energy, Phoenix clearly missed their firepower on the second night of a back-to-back. It appeared Phoenix was well on its way to a blowout victory in the first quarter, emerging with a 22-9 advantage to begin action before Houston narrowed their deficit down to 28-20 heading into the second. Thaddeus Young did see his first action in the Suns uniform last night midway through the quarter. He grabbed 4 rebounds and a score of 2 points. I think he should be a good pickup, Thaddeus. But I don't know, man. The Suns, man, I just don't like how they're so up and down right now, man. We look good for a little while. Then we have, you know what I'm saying? We have a little lull. And I don't know, man. Hopefully we come together at the end. The West is tough, man. And you got to be in the top 5 spots. And it's going to be tough to get there. You got the Mavericks playing well right now. Which I really don't know. Hopefully we can keep it together, man. I'm starting to wane a little bit because we're not bringing any continuity together, man. So it's kind of tough for me to admit that we probably not gonna do too much this year, man. Just off what we're looking like, man, unless something change with the way they're playing, man. So let's go on to the comic book corner before we can get up out of here.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by...
So email us at info@Habari Entertainment. We can get commercials for you. We can do in pod shout outs. We can do articles. We got the banner open. We have a lot of things going that we could do for you to help you out to get this going. Right now on YouTube, our reach is getting into 60,000 viewers a month. So that could be a lot of people that could see your product and see your product on our site. MCU reportedly undergoing creative retooling rather than a reboot. I know everybody been saying, they're going to start everything over. They're going to get rid of Kang. They're just going to No, they're not. They're not. I know they changed the name of the movie from Marvel's to the Kang Dynasty to something else, but pretty much every movie that they have released, they have come out with a name first and then later it changed.
Yep. Every time.
I don't think there's one movie that they released that they didn't do that with. So, to act like that they just finna throw Kang away and start all over, I just don't think that's gonna happen. But coming from these reports, reportedly they're undergoing a creative retooling rather than a reboot. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios is currently looking to shake things up following a number of box office disappointments and controversies, such as when the studio fired Jonathan Majors after he was found guilty of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and harassment this past December. Rather than rebooting the franchise or even doing some sort of soft reboot, Marvel executives are now looking at a creative retooling for the MCU. What does retooling look like? That's something Bob Iger said on an earnings call earlier this month, that to start, Marvel plans to reduce the number of movies and television series it puts out a year. Some of the studios lost a little focus, so the first step that we're taking is that we reduce volume. We reduce output, particularly at Marvel, to ensure the films you're making can be even better. That was the big thing, man. I just think that, they tried to cover for what was going on during COVID when people couldn't go to the movies, and they tried to just get a lot of stuff out. And they're paying for that because even though they really did give us something to watch while we were sitting at home, people complained about it. So, you know what I'm saying? People complain, and they're still complaining. There's still people who just, anytime they see the name Marvel, they have to go complain. They have to go say something, especially if they see one of the women. They got to say something.
Yep, every
so
time.
it's, it's people who are still just upset about the amount of content they were putting out and the content that they were putting out. So they were putting out too much female content, and a lot of people are upset about that. Next, let's go to this. We got Mark Ruffalo. He says the MCU had more mystique before the Disney Plus expansion. What's up, Mama? Mark Ruffalo said the Marvel Cinematic Universe had more mystique. Also explained he probably won't get a solo film because of the amount of money that the Hulk movie costs for the CGI, man. It just costs too much money. I was thinking myself that it's tough, but they got to figure out a person who can physically play the dude because it's so expensive. Back in the day, in the 80s, 70s or whatever, they had dude play him. Lou Ferrigno played him. You know what I'm saying? And they used, camera tricks to make him look big or whatever. But I don't know, man. He did look like crap. If you look like that at that now compared to what we've been seeing, it's trash. But I don't know. That's the reason why. That's the reason why She-Hulk was so tough too, because you know what I'm saying, they couldn't show She-Hulk as much as they wanted to because of how much money it takes to create the character and have them on CGI on screen, man.
And in She-Hulk, they kind of joked around about that.
Yeah. At
the end of the series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did, man. So it's tough, man.
So they were kind of letting you know, like, hey, we gotta. It's expensive to do all this CGI, so y'all might want to hold off for a little while.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, like Mark Ruffalo was saying too, the mystique of Marvel, holding off for 6-7 months and giving people stuff to just talk about is what Marvel was about.
Yeah,
you can't just keep coming out with shit. You have to take your time because people like to investigate and try to guess what's coming out and talk about this and talk about that. And those are the things that are the most important with keeping the Marvel thing going, is the talking heads on YouTube and the people who sitting around trying to guess what's coming next. And that's something that they miss with the constant releases. That's why they got to take their time and scale back. And well, this is how it has to be, man. So hopefully everything gets better. We're waiting on the Deadpool movie. We think that's gonna be really good. We'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there, man. Well, we got Deadpool, we got Fantastic Four, so it's a lot of stuff is coming out. Yeah, man, it's a lot of PR right now, but it's all about waiting, and that's the thing that they say the people need
the
more.
Wait and the speculation.
Yeah, the wait and the speculation. So they're going to give that to you by spreading everything out and giving you less content per year, for you can speculate more and be happy. So whack, man. But anyway, long as the stuff is good, I really don't care. You got anything else?
No, I'm straight.
All right, man.
For me.
Jimmy,
not
you're whack as always. We gonna go ahead and I guess we gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, because I didn't do a game this week.
No, ain't no reason to play. You know, I'm gonna beat Jimmy. He sucks.
Jimmy cheats during the game anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
I'm on Instagram. Y'all think I care enough to cheat?
Yeah, you do. Cheater, pumpkin eater. I didn't do that. I didn't say let's go just because we talking shit about you, bro. Say bye-bye, Demi.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Your little pigtails.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, man. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks for catching up with us, man. I know another episode of Habari Live. And next week, who we have as a guest?
Nobody.
Oh my God.
I've been putting a post out there for a good 3, 4, 5 days.
We gotta go
6 days now.
I keep saying that we have to go to a different way of getting guests. This is not your post can't be the only way that we're getting guests.
Well, look, it's been working for me for almost 3 years.
I don't like it. But anyway. All right, man. We'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live.